Hello everyone, Tony here bringing you a new Digimon deck profile video. I know this is coming up kind of late with the release of BT13 coming, but I wanted to share my ShineGreyMon deck list before it got its final upgrade. I will be uploading an update video hopefully a little sooner. I have been playing this deck since BT12 and not BT, EX4 really upgraded the deck's power, so I wanted to share the deck list of what I've been playing. So we'll just get into it, and I'll explain some of my choices as we go, provided they look weird. So, to start, 4 Koromon eggs. I chose to use the red Koromon because of the draw power. Being able to see all your pieces tends to be a little more important. And I think not being able to level up, so to speak, really harms the deck because you absolutely need to get to the next Digimon. So I opted to go with the one that would give me access to most of my deck, even if I have to create a small stack where it's not ideal but lets me draw. Sometimes it's what I have to do to kind of keep the deck going. If you prefer the yellow eggs absolutely work with this deck, but preference for me is to draw. Now for the main deck, rookies. Okay, yeah, so my main deck, rookies. I play 4 Agumon. These search for Marcus or ShineGreyMon, or any Greymon actually, I should say. One of the best cards in the deck because of everything that it searches for. You do play, well, I play 6 Marcuses right now. That may change with the release of BT13. But for the time being, the search is very good. And with the addition of the EX4 Agumon, you have less reservation hard playing this to search. So that's why I opted to kind of be a little more, I want to say assertive when I play this to search. Because again, seeing your pieces is important. So as long as I draw any of the other Agumons, if I can hard play this without what I would feel would be disruptive later on, then I go for it. So I play 4 of this. This is a great card for the deck and an absolute 4 of, even with the release of BT13, I think this stays at 4. For the EX4 Agumon, this card helps this deck so much. So at the start of your main phase, if you have a yellow or red tamer, you gain a memory. When a yellow or red tamer is tapped, you draw a card for his inheritable. This overtook what I used to play, which was the ST9, I believe, Agumon. And just overall, it was a blessing to the deck to have another option to go into raising while you can hard play this for search. And then for Agumon X Antibody, essentially this card could be used for the egg if you need it. Sometimes, you might not have the other 2 Agumon, so you have no choice. So thankfully, he has the dinosaur trait, which lets ShineGreyMon evolve from at a reduced cost. He does have a search on play and when digivolving, so he has multi-use there. It's a free digivolve as well over another level 3. That's red, so extra draw, search, extra starting point, like all of it is just really good to have. So I think he's a great 4 of where he stands come BT13. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Okay, level 4s. 4 ShineGreymons. These on Digivolve, if you don't have Marcus in play, you play him. And his passive, his inheritable, when a tamer is tapped, -2k. Agumon has the same thing, so stacking him and Agumon a -4 can take out some of the smaller units as well as help you take down bigger ones with smaller units. So if your opponent's playing, like, let's say your opponent's playing Black War Greymon, who I believe is a 12k, just knocking it down to 8, and then you can Digivolve over, let's say with a Rise Greymon X Antibody, and now a level 5 will suffice in taking over level 8. Or he might drop the opponent's card down in range to get hit with one of my option cards to finish blowing it up. So the -2 inheritable is nice. Being able to play a tamer for free is nice, although you cannot control another Marcus, or you can't use that effect. But he's most likely on the list of what's being played less of come BT13. Next, my favorite addition to the deck is the Greymon. Now, being able to evolve over any of the Agumons that I'm playing for reduced cost is great. Gaining the extra memory back is even better. And then the draw inheritable to see more pieces is great. Like, it's not uncommon with one stack to draw 3 cards because of the Koromon, Agumon, and the ShineGreyMon. And then I do play 2 ShineGreymons that come for security. This is another card that I might consider removing from the deck. It's just that it evolves over the level 3s already for 2, so that's nice. And it has an on-play skill that can let you blow up smaller cards. Hitting this early in security is great because it offers you an alternate starting point. I have also considered playing ShineGreyMon for a hybrid instead, but I haven't crossed that bridge where I felt like it was necessary. So right now this suffices at 2, but it's most likely coming out come BT 13. But we'll see. I believe I played 8. So 4 ShineGreyMon from BT 12. This card is awesome. Lets you recycle Marcus as the inheritable and as the second skill. First skill, when he's Digivolved, if you have a red or yellow tamer in play, it lets you gain a memory. So he essentially evolves 4-2. If he evolves over a GeoGreymon, it's 3, and then you gain a memory back. So like a lot of reduction in cost of evolving, and a deck that already does that. So if you use Marcus to bring, this out, you essentially just gain a memory, which is a great addition to this deck that tends to get memory hungry. I do play a single copy of ShineGreyMon from EX4. So this card wasn't as strong as I would like to have been, but the inheritable is actually really good. So when Digivolving, when your opponent's Digimon, and all the security get minus 4,000 DP, right? So that's okay. But I feel like as the inheritable, it's a little more rewarding because you can do it every turn. So it also makes your Marcus attack safer. So that's kind of like why this is as a 1 of right now. Maybe it'll go up in the next set. Maybe it gets replaced. We'll see. To finish off my level 5s, it is 3 ShineGreyMon X Antibody. On Digivolve, he lets you play a tamer for free. If you Digivolve over a ShineGreyMon, you reduce your opponent's Digimon, well, one of them by 1,000 for each Digimon in play. So it's like being able to get a monster that might be 10 plus for having 2 tamers, reduce your opponent's thing, the 1 cost Digivolution to draw, play a tamer. Like, you save so much memory on this guy, it's great. And then my level 6s, I play 5. So obviously the 4 ShineGreymons. This gives your Marcus security attack +1 and 3,000 DP. And he also helps keep Marcus alive with his when Digivolving skill, because for every tamer in play, all your opponent's security get minus 3,000 DP. So if you have 2, they get minus 6. So he's a 6. Your opponent, he can match with champion Digimon. I mean, Mega Digimon, so to speak. So this card's great. I can't wait for him to have like a buddy. For the time being, though, I am playing a single copy of ShineGreyMon. So I've gone back and forth between this, the EX1 ShineGreyMon, and the yellow ShineGreyMon, and I just feel like this works better. You can Marcus Evo into him because he's yellow Greymon, and being able to attack twice sometimes can steal games. And also, being able to attack untap by taking a security and then going into ruin mode and then getting that big swing off right after that is just awesome. And now the aforementioned ruin mode. Hold on. I do play 2 of these. Now, initially I was skeptical of this card. But this card, what it offers in terms of control is kind of insane, right? So let's say in the case where, well, first let me explain the effect. I'm getting ahead of myself. When Digivolving or on deletion, all your opponent's Digimon get minus 5,000 EP. Now this doesn't target, and it's a blanket effect, and it's a continuous effect. So if your opponent has a rookie in raising and they try to raise it and it has less than 5,000 DP, blows up on sight. Like, it's great. At the end of his attack, you destroy him, and one of your opponent's Digimon, recover 1, and then if you have a tamer in play and an egg that's unhatched, you can hatch an egg, right? So it gives you a restart point for your following turn. Great effect. Now, what I personally like doing with this card really depends on the board state. So my favorite thing to do, though, is to choke your opponent, so to speak. So what I would normally do is try to beat out like whatever beat stick they have on board and like weaken whatever else. Digivolve into this, -5, right? But this will come in rested, so I can't attack with it. It won't blow up. It won't like get its on deletion skill, but it should pigeonhole your opponent to only being able to keep that Digimon in raising, which would essentially give you a free turn. Now, if your opponent opts to, let's say, blow this up with a spell card, then while that's unfortunate, you know, your opponent had to give you a bunch of mana to blow it up. So overall, the strength of this card I really underestimated, and honestly speaking, I'm glad I picked these up. It was definitely a great addition to the deck, and I hope that BT 13 strengthens it. Now for the tamers, obviously we are playing 4 Marcuses. The free evolution for attacking, well, it's you're paying 1 memory to evolve, right? But the ability to swing and then evo when you're standby Digimon without paying a memory cost, well, the Digivolution cost is crazy, right? So he's obviously a 4 of, and he can swing for game, which is great. It's one of my favorite things to do. 2 Marcuses from BT4. These are probably coming out for the next set ones. The additional memory gain is really nice though, so we'll see. 2 Taikaris. The amount of extra memory I've gotten from these 2 cards is insane. Having 2 on board when both players are at 3 guarantees that I start with at least 4 memory on my turn. Not including what my opponent might leave me with. Not including if I have this Marcus in play. I wound up loving this card sometimes more than this, but I kind of feel like a 2-2 split between these balances as well. Now my last 2 cards, these are like personal thing. If you like other options, or maybe you don't feel like playing this many tamers, or maybe you have other tamers in mind, is on you. 1 Cody and 1 Yole. So Cody has the effect of when you attack with a 2-colored Digimon, you tap it -2 from one of your opponent's board. Yole has the effect of when you attack with one of your 2-colored Digimon, you can tap her and blow up an opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. They both offer extra memory gain at the start of the turn if you control a yellow or red Digimon, but being that almost all of this deck is red or yellow, you're probably always going to meet that quota anyway. Also, a side note, because I did forget, when you swing and you can tap these 2, or, you know, whatever, -2000 per copy from your opponent's security, so it makes it safer for your Marcus to swing, or anybody to swing. But yeah, so I place 10 tamers in this. Again, this is entire preference. Maybe you have a different formation that you like. If you think, or have any other tamer suggestions, like drop them below. I can always test new stuff out. So the last thing is options. I played 2 Megalospark. So initially I was playing what is it called, Lonkies? I was playing 2 Lonkies, but I felt like the 8 cost was a little too much in a deck that already tends to be expensive if you don't see your pieces, and the amount of tamers I have to play to, you know, get the most out of the deck. I kind of felt like the deck was hefty, so I was going to go back to Eden's Javelin because of the extra draw, 6 cost, so you could blow up, you know, other things. But I came across this card. So if you control a tamer, a yellow tamer, it only costs 4 to play, which is great, and it's -8000 to an opponent's Digimon. So most of the time, if you include the Agumon, if you include the Greymon, and then this is -12,000 for an attack and an option card that costs 4. So you can probably kill a Mega with this, right? If it comes out to security, you can kill something that's in building, not in raising, but like something that's in the process of being built. Maybe it's a level 5, right? So it offers a nice amount of coverage for a cost of 4. So this is also preference. If you have any other option card, maybe you want to play Crimson Blaze, or maybe you want to play Lonky, maybe you want to play the new, I think it's Trident Force that came out in EX4, you can play that. The last option card is a tech that I wound up enjoying in this, Tactical Retreat. You can use it on Marcus, you can use it on ShineGreyMon. If things get messy and you need to block one of your opponent's like Megas next turn, you can use it on a ShineGreyMon. If you get desperate enough, you can use it on Ruin mode. Overall, it just has like a nice coverage in this deck, and I wound up enjoying using it, so it's as a 1 of right now. Maybe come next set this comes out, but as of right now, this is one of my favorite tech cards in this deck. So yeah, that's the deck. I try to make this video as short as possible, so hopefully you found the length well. I want to thank you for watching this video. We've gotten this far in the video. I do plan on uploading more. I know I always say that, but I'm really trying, I promise. I'm going to start uploading Shadowverse videos. I have a Dragoncraft deck that I'm working on. As soon as I feel good with it, probably by tomorrow, the next day, I will upload it. I'm just tweaking some numbers around. But once again, if you watch this whole video, I want to thank you for watching. If you watched any of my videos before, I want to thank you for coming back. I will be uploading soon though, so I will see you guys soon. Take care.